Hey y'all, welcome to Christ Jubilee. Today I want to talk about asking for help. And this is based upon events that have happened in my own personal life. Do it sparingly. You know, if you are the person offering help, wanting, trying to, feeling compelled to offer help, do it to the fullness of your heart. And then stop right before you become embittered. And if you're the person on the opposite end of that equation, use help sparingly, okay? Try to use it as little as possible. Don't deny yourself asking your friends and loved ones for help. That's what we're supposed to do. But use it sparingly. I'm not trying to engender coldness or callousness. I'm just trying to have a realistic talk about human nature. And our genome was formed with the expectation of scarcity in all things. And of course, our mortality. And because of that, especially when you feel like you're on the edge of losing your own shit, there's like 99 point whatever percent of us, you know, you will say yes to a request for help. You will even go out of your way to offer yourself up for help. And you're doing it because you think it's the right thing to do. Genuinely think it's the right thing to do. But as soon as that action turns into something akin to a burn in your muscles, like when you lift heavy boxes for like more than like 2, 3, 4 times, you feel that burn in your muscles. As soon as you feel the burn of doing the work of helping others, you're gonna get tired of that shit. Because you feel like your reserves are being impeded upon, not just economic, but also mental and emotional. And I have to say, my friend, that is a legitimate feeling. You are burning yourself. You are burning your candle, if you will, when you do for others. Just like you're burning a candle when you do for yourself. It's no different. You gotta burn it. You gotta burn something to shed some light. You know, there's always calories to be burned, mental bandwidth to be used up when you're doing anything in life. And being that we are of a genome of a species that's just been trying to freaking survive in shitty circumstances, it's understandable as to why feeling like you're burning your candle for other people, especially when ain't no wax being poured back on you immediately. Like, I get it. It's a labor. It's annoying. It does not feel good, especially when you're spending resources that you probably do need to be spending for yourself. Okay, it's a real thing. Helping people, in many ways, sucks. It's also the work of God, though. It's also the work of God. And it is absolutely worthwhile. That I truly believe, and that I will always believe. It is worthwhile because at the end of the day, we are a social species. Once again, I take it back to the genome. Humans don't get anywhere without helping other humans, and that's just the facts. I don't care how you feel about it. I don't care how you want to think about it. Human beings don't get anywhere without helping other human beings. We can't do it on our own. We just can't. We just can't. Okay, we are way stronger than ants. Okay, but unlike ants, we don't seem to have the understanding innately that we need each other to survive. It's not an option. It's not an option. As they say, it's a feature, not a bug. So I just want everybody to bear in mind that it does suck helping your friends, your family, and especially strangers. Because you are pouring from your limited reserves. And we all know that right around the corner, there could be calamity. Hell, maybe today we're going through calamity. Nevertheless, helping one another is the work we must do. Furthermore, when you step into that arena, don't cry about the stress that it causes you. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, in the United States. That's where the general metropolitan areas where I've pretty much always resided my entire life. So I don't know the whole world. I don't know the whole world. What can I say? But what I can say about this corner of the world, everybody's worried about the next calamity around their own corner. And culturally, it is improper to be weak. It is improper to fail. You are not allowed to fail, or at the very least, you're certainly not allowed to need help getting back up. That is the nature of our culture. And we tell ourselves that makes ourselves strong. It actually removes us from our nature as a social species. As a species who each individual is one day weak, one day strong. Each individual in our species is one day weak, one day strong. But together, with enough of us, we can always fill in each other's gaps. You know? And alleviate each other's burdens. We are way better than ants, but I tell you what, unlike ants, they at least understand the sheer necessity of working together as a unit, as a group. And so I just want to say that. Now, as the person asking for help, because I have been recently, as I know a lot of you have been recently, probably, because of the way things are out here in the world. You know, don't drag your feet. Even if somebody offers you their help with a smile, deep down inside they'd rather not have to do it. Whether it's because they love you and they don't want to see you fucked up in the first place, or whether it's because they don't have a whole lot and they're just trying to pay their mustard seed, what they see, if you will, as a mustard seed tax. Let me at least do one good thing, so God is good enough to me to help me out in my situation, basically. And that's understandable. That's understandable. Don't. Altruism is a vector. It's not a location. You can't get to it. So it's understandable. Don't over ask for help. You will ultimately wear out your welcome. It's not that you shouldn't ask at all, but just ask as little as you can help to, because everybody's fucked up right now. And because so few people understand the concept of universal abundance, because so few people have the patience to be able to be still long enough to really see how God has our back all the time. You're gonna stress your folks out. You're gonna stress your folks out. I do not engender callousness. I do not and in any capacity suggest that anyone be less compassionate. I'm actually trying to recognize the burden of the compassionate, which is that we do live in a system which feels very finite most of the time, be it in our physical, mental, or emotional resources. Right? But everything that human beings do is mutualistic because we are a social species and we have to work together. I guess I got inspired by this message. I got really shat on by my friends and made to feel like really, really low. But I know it's because I was in my time of need, taking up too much of this space, and they didn't have the heart to just ask me to give them some space earlier, and so instead I had to be on the receiving end of them blowing up about some other shit and it falling out on me. Well, in my journey to not be so selfish, I have to acknowledge that, well, maybe I did stick around a little bit too long. Maybe I didn't recognize that people that I'm dealing with got a lot of shit going on, and they're just really, really trying to be nice. And then I should just take it upon myself to make an executive decision. It's okay, nobody in that situation was particularly wrong. But once again, it falls on us to realize the nature of the spiritual warfare that we deal with every day. We only get 24 hours, and so many calories our bodies can stand to burn before it literally collapses in a day. Therefore, be mindful when be compassionate when it is asked of you, and don't be bitter about it. No is okay. No is okay. But if you say yes, be compassionate and don't feel no type of way about it. This is not a transaction, this is a deed. But when you're asking, when you're in that position, just understand that everybody is on the verge of being fucked up. And everybody has a certain capacity and a certain bandwidth. And that it doesn't make other people bad people that they get tired of dealing with you or your situation. Ultimately, we're here to free each other from each other's burdens. And everyone is burdened. Everyone is burdened. Even people who look like they got it all the way together. In that struggle, we must be patient with one another, and empathetic, and sympathetic, and compassionate. So once again, if you are the person who's been placed to deliver compassion, do it with an open heart and with no expectation of any satisfaction or compensation other than you're being God right now. And if you're the person seeking compassion, understand that you deserve it. However, every single person does have a capacity and does have a limited bandwidth that they can work within. And you can burn that out. I hope that this reflection helps somebody. And God bless you. Have a wonderful day.